It's 11:03 p.m. My hair is not done. I'm showered and ready for bed. I'm sleepy, but I'm here to recap Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1. Hey guys, I'm back. If you've been wondering where I've been, I have been moisturizing. I have been minding my own business. I have been cleaning and organizing my house because it is springtime. I have been studying. I have been doing all the things that I needed to do. You know, I missed you guys though. So thank you guys so much for coming on back to my channel and watching my recap of Game of Thrones. Typically over here in the trash community, we recap trash television. Now Game of Thrones is definitely not what we would consider trash television. But you know what guys, I think I'm getting weary. I used to have the stomach for the trashy TV, and I'm like, I don't know if it's really hitting me in my spirit like it used to. I mean, I tried to do Bridezillas and Seeking Sister Wives, and I did kind of keep up with them, but child, I just didn't have the fervor to recap them like I thought I would. So I kind of let that go. So forgive me if you were looking for my Bridezillas and Seeking Sister Wives recaps every week, because I think I did one, and I was like, not feeling it. But anyway, winter is here. So let's get into this recap of the season opener. By the way, stellar episode. I was not shook, but I am gently shaken, okay? And that's okay. Like, I don't want to be shook every episode. I need to go ahead and mentally detach from every character because I don't know who's about to die, y'all. There will be spoilers in this recap, so if you have not watched the episode, go ahead and pause, okay? And come back and watch me later. I don't want to hear any complaints in the comments talking about you spoiled the episode for me. I will be talking about what occurred in Season 8, Episode 1. All right, so basically, I'll just kind of hit some of the high points, talk about some of the key characters, who I think is going to come out in the end, what I think the season's going to, what's going to unfold in the season, and that'll be about it, and then we can all get on in our beds, okay? Basically, my favorite scene was probably this opener, like the opener of the episode, with the little boy running through Winterfell, and then you see Arya in the crowd, who's like lurking because she's always sneaky, and then like all the Unsullied are marching, and then all of a sudden you get this grandiose, beautiful shot of Daenerys and Jon Snow riding on their horses. Daenerys got on the white chinchilla. I mean, they rolled up like Biggie and Faith Evans in 1993. I was here for it all. They looked amazing. They looked powerful. They looked good, like a good couple. I'm still rooting for them to rule the throne jointly. That's what I want to happen, but we'll see. After that, just a whole bunch of buffoonery was taking place. Basically, none of the Starks like Dany because they mad that Jon bent the knee without consulting with any of them. All of the houses and their bannermen are all pissed off about this decision. They're still mad. You know, but at the end of the day, Jon Snow ain't trying to hear all that, because you know why? Because the Night King is coming for all of their necks, okay? The Night King said, I've been waiting long enough, all right? I've been gathering up my dead army, all right? I got my dragon, the wall is down, we marching south, all right? We ain't wasting no more time. The Night King not playing with them, okay? He coming for the jugular this season. They are wasting absolutely no time. He kind of pussyfoot around the last couple seasons, you know, he making an appearance here, making an appearance there. The Night King is not playing with us in Season 8, okay? So just gird your loins because it's about to get real. One of my favorite scenes in this episode was so I feel like the theme of this season, because it is the last season, it's everything coming full circle. So like everything that we've seen in all the seasons past, it's like all these reunions, all these people seeing each other again, all of these stories that were kind of left hanging back in seasons 4 and 5 are kind of coming around to a close. Even some things from season 1, we'll get to that. But my favorite scene, I think, in this whole episode was when Sansa and Tyrion reunited. They have not seen each other since Joffrey's wedding, where he was murdered and she was whisked away, and of course they accused, you know, her and Tyrion of plotting against him and killing him, all that good stuff. But when they're standing on top of the, I don't know, the lookout, and they're talking, and Tyrion's talking about how Cersei's army is gonna come help them fight the Night King, and Sansa was like, so you really think she gonna send her whole army and fight with us? He was like, I do, because, you know, he didn't say because she's pregnant, but he alluded to it like, oh, she has something to fight for now. You know, I think that Tyrion is really underestimating the level of psycho that Cersei is at. I think that she is completely mad with power at this point and just will not listen to reason. I just think she's gone. She's a lost cause. And so Tyrion really thinks that this baby is making Cersei make decisions that she's just not making. And Sansa, one of the best character developments on the show. I mean, just when I say 180, baby girl was a flittering, fluttery, fickle kid in season 1. And now she is a strong, bad bee, no holds barred, smart, clever, cunning, sneaky. I love Sansa. I used to hate her, but she's one of my favorite characters now. She looks at this man and literally says, you used to be the most clever man that I knew. And walked off on him. Like, it really made Tyrion think. It was her talking to him that made him be like, dang, could she be lying to me? Is she lying about sending the troops? And of course we know that she is, but I like that Sansa had poked a hole in her story so fast, and something that Tyrion believed for however long it took them to travel there, and Sansa heard it once and was like, nah, she ain't doing that. Like, I love Sansa, her wit, she is just so smart now, and I cannot wait to see what she's gonna do in this season, because she is at such a high level now that she can really do anything. I mean, she could take the Iron Throne at this point. Who knows? Sky's the limit for Sansa. Best of luck to her. Of course, we had the whole family reunion. Bran and Jon see each other for the first time. Really, really sweet. Of course, we know Bran is not really Bran anymore, but it was still kind of a sweet thing for Jon to see his little brother all grown up. You know, Bran is he the three-eyed raven now, and he's a little strange. So we gonna, you know, we excuse Bran in most scenes. He's always sitting somewhere looking creepy. I don't know. He just appears in places staring at people, but that's his thing now, and I've accepted that. Also, Jon and Arya reunited, and that I did tear up a little bit when they reunited, because they were just so close, and it's been a long time since those two saw each other. I mean, probably season what, 1 or 2? It's been forever, and just seeing them reunite was just all the reunions in this season, I feel like are going to be giving me all the feels. So I'm probably going to be tearing up every episode now. And we catch up with Cersei, who is ruling at King's Landing. And, you know, Cersei being Cersei as usual. You know, her hand, what's his name? Lord Qyburn told her that the wall had fell and that the Night King was coming. She talking about good. I'm like, he coming for you too, but okay, girl, whatever. She literally think that the Night King is only gonna kill people in the north and not come south, I guess. I don't know what she thinks. See, she need to see the Night King. It wasn't enough for her to just see one White Walker. Because seeing a White Walker, which is just like a crazy zombie, is totally different from seeing the Night King. See, that's what convinced Dany. When she saw that man, when he shot that javelin like he was in the 1974 Olympics, shoot and kill her dragon, she felt him. Okay, it's a total different thing to hear about him, hear stories about him. He's evil, he's this, he's that. But when you feel him, you feel him, okay? And Cersei hasn't felt the Night King. She don't know how real this man really is, okay? He is the gangster of all gangsters. I know you think you're gangster, Cersei, because you blew up the whole sept and everybody in it. But baby girl, you got nothing on the Night King. That man is one of the most gangster characters in a TV show I have ever seen in my entire life. He don't care about nobody, nothing, your feelings, nothing, no soul. Cersei at least loves her family. She at least has the capacity to love. This man don't even have that. So she does not understand who this man is and what he about to do to everybody. So, you know, I kind of just roll my eyes at her when she go to talking crazy like this girl is dumb. Euron Greyjoy came back and he, you know, pled his case to her. She thought about it. I guess she said, Jamie gone, I got to get me some. And you know, he really think that he gonna get with her, I guess. Euron Greyjoy is a whole fool and a half. And Cersei is playing him, of course, because she needs his craziness and she needs his ships. But you know, I was disappointed in her when she slept with him. He dusty, he dirty, he looked like his balls stink. I just wasn't with it. Oh, he's just so gross to me. He makes my skin crawl. And I couldn't believe she did that. Like, when I saw the scene, I said, girl, no, he dusty. But she did. He really think he about to get with her. He think they about to get married and rule the Iron Throne together. Boys, I'm waiting on when she kill him. That's my countdown, because he get on my nerves. Theon, another one of my favorite scenes in the episode, when he went back and saved Yara. We saw at the end of season 7 like 2.5 years ago, when Jon gave him kind of that pep talk where he was like, how do you always know what to do what's right? And he basically forgave him. And oh, just a beautiful scene. But it really gave Theon the courage to do the things that he's never been able to do since Ramsay Snow took his whole soul and spirit away. And so he went in there and got his sister back, and it was just a beautiful reunion. Like I said, the theme of this closing out season is everything's coming full circle. Everybody's seeing old people that they saw before. Everybody's getting reconciliation, all of that. And I'm here for it all. Really, really proud of Theon for his character development as well, because he has been through it, honey. Let's get Theon some therapy immediately and keep him lifted up in prayer. All right, so that was basically the whole premise of the episode. I won't give you all the details because, of course, I want you to watch it, and I want you to comment below with your favorite scene, who you think is going to rule the Iron Throne, what do you think is going to happen in next week's episode, or what do you think is going to happen ultimately as the show closes out. So let's have a conversation in the comments. I'm not going to talk about every single little thing, but I will talk about that cliffhanger that they left us with. Oh, yes. So there were kind of two big cliffhangers at the end. The first was, of course, when Sam told Jon about his true identity immediately after finding out that Daenerys burnt up his daddy and brother. That was a hard scene to watch because it started off happy because he saved Jorah. So she wanted to meet the man who saved her dude's life. But then he found out that she burnt up my daddy and brother, and he didn't know how to take that. He was shook. And, you know, of course, Tyrion didn't want her to do that. He tried to talk her out of it. But she had to, you know, show her strength as a queen. And sometimes when you're a queen, it's tough because, you know, you want to be compassionate, but you also don't want to be seen as weak. So I see why she did it. I get it. It makes sense. It just looks bad because nobody in the Stark household or none of they bannermen like her because they don't know her. They're like, we just got this new queen. Her daddy was crazy. That's all they know about her. So they don't trust her. So now they're going to find out that she done burnt up Sam's dad and brother with no questions asked. And this is not looking too good on her track record. That's all I'm saying. So immediately after finding out this news, he tracks Jon down. They reunite. It starts off happy, and then he finds out that she done burnt up daddy and brother. Jon is a little shook by it, but that's his boo. So of course he's going to defend her. He was like, you know, I'm not a king. You know, I know that you probably think I wouldn't have done that, but I can't say what I would have done in that situation because sometimes as a king, you got to make tough decisions, or queen. And then Sam proceeds to tell him that he is actually the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen, and that he's Aegon Targaryen, sixth to his name, king of the Andals and the first man, and all the hoopla. And Jon doesn't know how to take it. At first, he's in disbelief because he can't believe that Ned Stark is not his dad and that he was lied to his whole life. And then he can't believe that he's actually a Targaryen, that he holds their blood. I mean, just, too much. I don't know what Jon is going to do with this information. I've thought it through. I took a day, and I honestly, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's his auntie, that's nasty. But if we really think about it, like marrying your aunt or your uncle or nephew isn't that big of a deal. Back then, they did that all the time to keep the bloodline pure. People married their uncles, people married their first cousins, people married their nieces and nephews if there was a big age gap between them. A lot of times they've intermarried within the same family. That's what royal families did. Pure bloodline, which is how a lot of them came out to be crazy. But anyway, so the whole aunt nephew thing I'm not really sweating that much, and I don't think he will be either. I think it's the power struggle is what he's concerned about, because now he's the rightful heir to the throne. Daenerys thinks she is, and are they going to clash over this? Is this going to affect their love? Of course it will. I hate this. I hate that he found this out, because it's like they were just starting to blossom in their relationship. They went on the little date riding the dragons, and it was real beautiful and cute. You know, it just makes me sad that now he knows that not only is she making reckless decisions and killing people on whims, that it's actually, you know, he is actually in line to the throne in front of her. And it's like, what do you do with this? I don't know. I have no help for him. I don't know what Jon's gonna do. I honestly think that Jon does not want to rule. Like, I think that Jon is willing to give it to her, and I honestly don't think Dany will give it up. I think that either one or two things are gonna happen. Either this is going to tear them apart and totally just ruin their new relationship, or second, Jon is going to just tell her, I don't want it, you rule, do what you want to do. What I want to happen is for both of them to rule together, have a king and a queen of Westeros, and they rule side by side and have beautiful blonde or dark haired babies. I don't care which, but they will be adorable coming from those two. But yeah, so that was basically one big cliffhanger. The second, Bran was waiting outside late that night in the cold. He told Sam that, hey, it's time for you to go tell Jon. Sam goes and does that. And Bran says he's waiting on an old friend. Of course, we know Bran is the three-eyed raven, so he can see what's going on at anywhere in the world during that particular time. So he saw that Jaime, of course, was traveling to Winterfell. So he knew he was coming. So we see this mysterious cloaked man riding on a horse, and we're like, who is that? Who is that? And he pulls off his hood, and it's Jaime. Jaime turns around. Who the first person he see? Bran. Oh, that was one of the best full circle scenes, because of course he has not seen Bran since he pushed him out the window in episode 1. The way that they are putting this show together to close it out is beautiful. The way that they had him turn around and see Bran, and when you see the recognition dawn in Jaime's eyes that that's that little boy I pushed out the window. And he's still alive, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's looking at me. And Bran looking at him like, sup, bruh? Because it can be whatever. Okay, don't let this wheelchair fool you. All right? I'll still mop the floor with you. Like, Jaime looked legitimately nervous when he turned around and saw Bran. Like, welcome to Winterfell. You got a lot of enemies here, bruh. So he better be looking for Tyrion real fast so that he can have somebody speak for him, because it ain't looking too good for him as of right now. Now, the other big scene, and I'll close out with this, was when the Night King took over. I can't remember his name, but it was the little bitty boy who was the lord over his whole household because everybody else was dead. And he went back because he asked for some more horses and wagons. He said they needed more supplies, and he went home. But then they wrote back and said, we not coming back. We're going to stay where we at because we don't trust that new queen we got. And that ends up being to their detriment, because the Night King hits them first and ends up taking everybody into the army of the dead. There was nobody left. They nailed the little boy. Somebody put his name in the comments because I forgot his name. They done nailed him to the wall, got the little spiral symbol. I think that's the Night King's symbol because the children of the forest drew it in the cave. Remember the swirl? They done put the swirl with arms, and it was a message basically saying, he coming. Okay, gird your loins. He's down the street. All right. When he say he'll be here in 5 minutes, he literally means he's about to pull up in 5 minutes. All right. They literally got like a day and a half at this point before homeboy hits hard. So I'm a little shook about what's going to happen next week. We haven't had anybody die this season yet, but I know that it is inevitable. So go ahead now, everybody. Emotionally detach from all the characters you love. Okay. Release them and let them go, because they probably gonna die. All right, so everybody, that is my review / recap of Game of Thrones Season 8, the final season, Episode 1. Let me know what you think down in the comments. This video a like, and also if you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe so that you can see my videos every single week when I upload them for Game of Thrones, go ahead and also just stick around for all my other videos that I'll be doing after Game of Thrones is over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Winter is here. Stay warm. Bye.